So remember in my summon analysis of MKLeo's Aegis when I said this? And just so you know, Leo's still the best player in the world. Getting 9th at one Invitational does not change that, considering he still wins like half of the majors, more than half of the majors he goes to ever. So just pointing that out. Yeah, some of you doubted that Leo was still the best player in the world, and he literally went to Ludwig's Invitational to shut y'all up, and he definitively proved with the best bracket run ever that Leo is definitively the #1 player when he gives a shit, because apparently he can afford to not give a shit and still be the #1 player in the world, just slightly less dominantly. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit different. Instead of analyzing a couple of sets, I'm going to be analyzing one game from every single set he won, because realistically most of them were the same because he destroyed everybody with the exception of Kurama, and I'll be watching the close game from that. And also I cannot find the Send set online yet, so I'm not going to be going over that one. Apologies for that, but I'll be going over one game from every other one of Leo's victories. Only one of them versus Akola instead of both sets, but yeah, 5 games or 6 games of wonderful gameplay from the best player in the world, featuring 3 characters, because of course Leo can do that. And if you want to see more stuff from the Ludwig Invitational, because I'm going to be doing several videos about it, subscribe. I'll be analyzing a bunch of stuff. Let's go. So first off, we're going to be watching him versus Dabuz. I'm sorry, Dabuz. Dude, I'm so sorry that you're the only one that got the Joker, but it was hype. So we're going to be watching game 2 of Leo versus Dabuz, because honestly he got just a really sick kill this game and I wanted to feature it. So Leo already won game 1 pretty handily. I think he wins game 3 pretty handily as well. But again, I do think in theory Min Min does beat Joker, or it's like even, because Min Min actually gets to keep Joker out really well, and Dabuz is starting off actually really strong in this game. But I think it's a little scary to go off stage versus Joker, but you really have to when you are Min Min. But hey, you know, Dabuz is keeping center, which is correct in my opinion for Min Min. He already has Leo with Arsene, but again, Leo is Leo, so it's not really gonna matter, I don't think. Does he get the first kill? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't exactly remember. Okay, drag down, jab lock, down, tilt, up air. That was one of the most impressive things of this set, is Leo consistently saw the drag downs that were going to cross up that he needed to turn around grab. That shit's hard. As someone that does a bunch of drag downs, turning around grabbing in those situations is really hard, and recognizing that especially, not easy. And then of course this just all leads up to the perfect edge guard with the single gun to stop the bounce of Min Min's up B, and then the second up B is way worse, and also you have a little bit of a time between when you get hit and when you can tether. That's much bigger than if you just want to grab the ledge. So again, let's watch that whole sequence. Dabuz is destroying him. Fair drag down, catching the full hop. Jab lock, because it's hard, it's impossible, it's so hard to it's impossible to tech that. If you tech that, you're lucky, like you're not actually meaning to. Down tilt into the up air, turn around, grab, down throw, back air, and then reads the Dabuz is going to drop through, which is honestly a really good drop through by Dabuz, because most characters wouldn't be able to do this, but you can throw out an arm and then hold down and fast fall, so that's abnormal because most characters can't do that. But then Leo still covers it, like covers the double jump with the forward air. Dabuz has to air dodge, and then you know you're going to up B immediately, so then just the disrespectful shot, because gun is a broken move. What a stock by Leo. That sequence was probably one of my favorite sequences of the entire tournament from him. But also I'm biased because I really like his Joker. And yeah, not reacting to the jump get up, which you kind of need to as Min Min a lot of times. What a grab, like what the fuck? Dude, he's so smooth with it. The back air, the pivot grab, because in those situations, grabs are kind of hard to get. Sees that the down gun's not going to actually be able to get off stage, so he doesn't go for it. Again, pressure with the side B. The landing gun mix-ups just in case Dabuz tries to hit him, which a lot of Min Mins will try to do there. Down throw back air, of course. Gun storm. And again, just pressuring. Like, he's just been holding forward the whole time, smartly, but he's been holding forward basically the whole time. And then he gets the gun storm into the forward air, because what is Dabuz gonna do? So let's double count. So Dabuz does not have a double jump, so he has to up B. He can't up B here because he's gonna get hit by gun and immediately die. So he just holds it, and then he can't up B here because he literally won't make it to the ledge. So even if that one's not a combo, it's gonna kill. Leo's crazy. Just TLDR, Leo is crazy. And for reference, this was after Dabuz beat 2 wonderful opponents in Mars, and I don't remember who else he played. Dabuz going for grabs, and I don't blame him, but Leo's been like perfectly at full hop height. Like, Leo's perfectly playing the, oh, just do this to beat Min Min, even though like technically Min Min has answers for it, but it's so scary because when Leo hits you, like he's just been killing Dabuz every time he hits him basically, or dealing a ton of percent. So it's scary to be like, yeah, I'm confident to just go for this like full hop ram read. Doesn't quite get it there. And again, Leo trusts his movement more with Joker than he does with any other character. Doesn't even get the drag down, but sometimes you don't even need it because that was very tipper forward air and DI away, but still, you're gonna trap the air dodge. You don't want to double jump there if you're min because you're gonna die if you get hit. So yeah, crazy. And again, just for reference, like the reason I say like, oh, he was just killing him because he got a hit at 23 or 28 and then got the first stock because that was the whole sequence. He got hit at 28 with the forward air. So he got hit at 28 and died. And then here, he just like advantages him for like an entire stock almost. I'm gonna see the neutral win. Yeah, he wins neutral at 57 and kills him. Again, no arson. He didn't kill him with arson once. So this is the same advantage state. So Leo killed Dabuz at 28 and 57, which is double that basically. And then the other time was with arson. I think, does he get back into neutral? He gets back into neutral, but like he plays neutral like 3 times this stock. Because I'm pretty sure the next time he gets hit at 93, he dies. Yeah. So he won like 6 neutrals and won the game because his punish game and advantage is ridiculous. So that's set 1. So I didn't actually watch the set at all, so I have no idea how it goes. I just know it was Leo. He didn't drop a game, but he plays Cosmos of the round before he played Dabuz. And again, he goes Byleth here. And normally I've been critical of Leo's Byleth in terms of not like how good it is, but just I don't enjoy watching the characters much. That very much changed this tournament. I don't know what happened. Leo's advantage state just seems absolutely ridiculous. And again, Aegis doesn't really have an option to punish the Narrow and Shield. But good combo so far by Cosmos. Oh god, okay, didn't get the hit. And again, the one interesting thing is what I talked about in the Aegis video of Leo, of like, oh yeah, this is why his Aegis wasn't working. Is like he doesn't go for Hail Marys. And then this motherfucker went for so many Hail Marys just for no reason when he played, like what? Why would you do that? When he plays Byleth, he just goes for the craziest shit. And I love it. It's so cool. It didn't work there, but like he does it a lot versus like everyone. He goes for like those really high reward options that I feel like he doesn't do when he plays at least Aegis. As Joker, he does more often, but we only got to see the one thing and he was confidently in the lead like the whole time against Dabuz, except for like the beginning of game 2. But like his spacing is ridiculous. Also, I did notice when I was watching, Leo uses Slingshot a lot with his character too, which is kind of crazy because Byleth isn't that fast, and yet Slingshot was still such a valuable tool. We'll see that more in the Kurama game that we're gonna watch. And again, gets the tech chase. I really don't understand why people don't just tech away. Like, Byleth is slow. You don't want to get hit by that. Like, people do need to DI up on the drag down of the Nair a lot more, especially like Pyra's not particularly fast volley. So again, people still not doing necessarily the correct counterplay, but it's hard in a lot of situations. Like, what a Nair gets the jump, no jump on Aegis. Are you gonna die? No, you can't really get there. Good job by Cosmos to just go, you know, just immediately retreat to ledge and not try to challenge on stage. And then he tries to do it there. Leo gets an F tilt, and he's probably gonna get this kill. Oh, it didn't. No, okay. It's sent towards the stage. Maybe, was that SDI by Cosmos? Or was that luck? I think that was just luck, because I didn't see any SDI marks. Like, pivot grab. That covered so much space. And what, like, Leo just threatened him so hard that Cosmos had to SD. Like, so again, the pivot grab there was beautiful because back throw sends at a better angle than forward throw, I'm pretty sure. He threatens, forces the air dodge because you have to air dodge there. Or double jump, but like you kind of don't want to double jump there. Like you should have, but Leo's ready to cover it with the forwarder, which is why he double jumps after the arrow. And then he just threatens him so low that like Cosmos has to do nothing. Like it's just fear because Leo's gonna hit it. If Leo wants to hit it, he will hit it. It's like Field of Dreams, like if you build it, they will come. If Leo's off stage, he will edgeguard you if he wants to. And then reads the air dodge. Like, I don't know what about his advantage, like he figured out, because he mentioned in the post interview, it's like, yeah, like I figured out something about the game. And I don't know if that was after Summit. I don't know if that was, I don't know when, because he didn't specify, but he is playing on another level. Because Leo's obviously amazing and he's always been amazing, but like losing one game? Only one game against a bunch of like literally like top 10 to 20 opponents. That's not normal. I don't know why I did a British accent for that. Like, what the fuck? Like, it makes sense. The thing is, like, this advantage makes sense because a lot of people do air dodge here. It's like how I do forward throw forward smash and people are gonna mash. But like, it's crazy to just see him go for this. Like, look how much of a lead he has. There's no reason for him to go for this read. He can just, if he wants to go for the read, dash attack. He doesn't even bait, he doesn't even jump to bait the air dodge. He just dashes forward and knows you're gonna air dodge because Leo is the fucking GOAT. Like, what the fuck? Insane. That only covered neutral air dodge too, because it didn't cover directional air dodge, because directional air dodge would have either got off stage or gone to platform. So he specifically read neutral air dodge. Doesn't make sense. All right, so now this is the main part of bracket. Leo chose Asimo, and so this is game 2. So this is game 2 of the Leo Asimo set. And again, Asimo, crazy player, right? Has beat a ridiculous amount of people. He's great at a shield, and the fact that he has, you know, consistent out of shield options is going to make how Leo nairs interesting. Or is Leo just going to poke with the forwarders? Because I know, again, Leo picked his opponent. He's avoiding all the he's avoiding all of these focus attacks already. Oh, I like the down smash fireball. Nice backer by Asimo. Oh, he's using it to stall. Interesting. Kind of like how Leo uses the arrow. So I mean, Leo clearly losing here, but like, it's still Leo. And again, slingshots, right? Oh my God, the multiple. Are you dead? No, oh my God, that combo would have been crazy. How many frames was he off? If he was off by 1 frame, I'm gonna feel really bad. Okay, admittedly, I think it would have missed, but the focus kind of stands Ryu up and then he gets hit. But that was frame 1 of focus. This was crazy, because again, he's going to be poking with forward airs, and his nairs are going to more so be like, I'm expecting you to run in, like the undershoots, which was correct. And then he does the double nair. That was so crazy. Jesus. That was so much damage too. What the fuck? He hit him at 74. And Byleth doesn't really have big combos at high percent, so that's a lot of damage. That was also the sour spot back here. Ashimo's really trying to use focus to get through these single hits, and it's been doing pretty well so far. But again, the more you focus, the more you're going to open yourself up to the Byleth Nair. Yeah, that forward air covered literally all the spacing, and it would have also avoided the focus attack. Nair dash attack. Arrow just to cover anything, forces him to not get up. And Leo just taking the space correctly. I feel like this backdash specifically was a slingshot that he reacted to Asimo not like hitting a button, so he didn't hit the jump button. So he just backdashed instead, because it's, you know, you can get back into the dash forward a little bit faster than if you have to fast fall then jump forward. So I definitely think that was a buffered slingshot input without the jump. But again, Asimo at the moment doing really good, but sometimes killing Leo is impossible. Oh, I like how he tried to do the reverse up. He like, it's honestly something that's underrated is Leo knows when he can get cheesy kills, especially with Byleth. So he will min-max reward there, because realistically, like, he can die here because it's Ryu. He can get Nair and to run up like down tilt Shoryu'd, but the likelihood of you ledge jumping and swinging in the corner is pretty not common. Like, it's pretty rare. So he's expecting you to hold forward, which most people do, and this will be up B back air, and you will die, or up B down air. Whatever, but he expected everyone to DI away because that's like technically correct. Nair drag down but doesn't get it, but the scramble situations, I feel like Byleth is going to win these unless Ryu has already the time to start the down tilts. And then suddenly Leo got Asimo at 80% and he hasn't got hit, and he reads the tech in place again. Sorry, the tech in again, too far to get the confirm, and Leo's just dancing. Like, he is dancing all over Asimo with a slow character, and I think that was trying to be up smash, because up smash does punish this. Oh no, that was just drop shield. Surprised I didn't get the parry, because sometimes multi hits are a little hard to parry because like their parry windows are smaller, because he's drop shield here, or sorry, here, 1 2 3 4, yeah, multi hits are weird. And that's a down tilt up air, and suddenly what looked like a really close game, again, when did Leo get to 120? Like, Leo was at 109 when the stock started. He's been at 126 at least. So he got hit to 126 at 527. And then Leo takes the stock, getting hit by like a single fire, like ball, like a single down tilt for like 40 seconds. He gets hit by a single down tilt for 40 seconds against one of the most explosive players in the world in Asimo. Ashimo is literally one of the most explosive like offensive players in the world when he like gets a hit. And Leo says, oh, you're really good. If you get the hit, you're not gonna get one. And then again, reads another like neutral air dodge / focus attempt, like he did against Cosmos. And again, that's a slingshot. Like, Leo is mastery of movement with his characters is actually ridiculous. Again, another slingshot just to get out of the corner. Sometimes he rolls just to be invincible because you just expect to overshoot for the slingshot, and then he just is invincible and you can't hit him anyway. Because also Byleth's airspeed isn't that high, so it's in a completely different spot. And again, suddenly this is like a trounce. Like, suddenly Leo's like bodying him because that second stock was ridiculous. Like, I know that's what you're supposed to do versus Ryu, but like the fact that Leo can just execute is crazy. And then yeah, just killing him with the Tatsu. Like, you can't do anything off stage that's committal versus Leo because it's coming. Bah! Easy. All right, that was the Asimo set. Then he went on to play Sonix. And this is where we see the third character, the Aegis. So this set was actually a lot closer than I am going to let on. The games 2 and 3 were very, very, very close, but I don't want to watch a 6-minute game. So I'm gonna watch the short one because again, Leo's Aegis, right? This is the one of like the critiqued characters, right? Again, slingshotting there just for offense. Again, there again. But the thing is, as I kind of mentioned in my Leo video, it's like, oh yeah, Leo's Aegis only does things that are solid. He doesn't really go for any hard reads. He doesn't go for anything that like, you know, makes the opponent shake. He's just really, really good. But the thing is, in the Sonic matchup, that's kind of how you want to play because you don't want to do anything crazy against Sonic because he'll punish you for it. And you need to just be incredibly solid the entire time because you need to not make mistakes versus Sonic because he will just punish you really hard and get a ton of damage. And that's what makes it difficult, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of, oh my god, he actually went for a read. This is why he wins the set. What a crazy read, what the fuck? That was insane. That's such a wild read to go for too, because you expect Sonic to spring at a hit stun, not air dodge for the most part. So that was, I don't even blame Sonix for going off stage because on stage, he gets like forward tilted or forward smash. That was fucking insane. But yeah, that was a crazy read. That's literally a harder read than he went for the entirety of Summit. And it's the first stock that he played this character. He must have listened to my analysis, which by the way, if you want to get better, subscribe, enjoy the analysis. Because I know what I'm talking about, even if I'm washed because I don't go to anything. And again, slingshotting out of the corner just in case. Like, Leo slingshots a lot now. Again, another slingshot, just a delayed jump. Like, he's slingshotting all over the place. Also, Meister didn't make it out of pool, so he's not allowed to critique the slingshot usage of Leo because Leo, the law dropped a game. Leo dropped less games than Meister did sets. That's crazy. He just tried to dash attack it and hope that Sonix wouldn't react. Granted, that wasn't the invincible spin. And again, Sonix is bringing it back, but I don't know what Leo does. I only watched the end of game 2 and 3, as in the end of game 2 and the entirety of game 3 of the set, so I did not see game 1. And again, we're Pyra now. That move is broken, I don't care what you say. Homing attack is a ridiculous move. Beautiful side B to hit the spin. Down tilt up air. Dude, I don't know what he does. It's perfect. His down tilt up airs, as I mentioned in the good Leo Aegis video, are literally just perfect. It does not make sense how perfectly he gets those down tilt up airs. And that was even good DI too. And he still exploded. Nice. Dash attack. Tech chase. That was actually 100% a reaction because he dash attacks dash forwards here and then he dashes forward and then he sees the tech away and does the second dash. Absolutely a reaction. Yeah. And then gets the beautiful combo off of it. Like, I think this matchup makes perfect sense for Leo to go Aegis because it's just a, hey, play really solidly and, you know, just don't mess up. And this is a character that can afford to just not mess up because the movement of Aegis is ridiculous. Oh! And again, spring but no air dodge. Tries to get a side B on the dash back. Sonix doesn't bite. Oh, does the reverse up B? I think he thought Sonix was going to stay off stage, but didn't. No double jump on Leo. And just does the high recovery. Yeah, it's really hard to mess with that. It's possible, it's just hard. Messes up, ooh. Messes up the full hop double jump, gets a short hop double jump instead. That probably was stock, but obviously Sonix is gonna air dodge there because that just makes sense because you're really hoping with the Sonic frame 2 air dodge, you're gonna get out of that. And then again, you don't wanna drift to platform because you're gonna get up smashed on platform. So he drifts off like he did on the offstage one and gets back aired for his troubles. And there's no way you're living that. Crazy by Leo. That was such solid anti-Sonic, all starting with the one read, and then that made Sonix a little bit scared for the rest of the game. And again, the other two games, just for reference, were very, very close. Leo, like, that's this one hit away from getting off stage and dying, and then this was literally almost a timeout with 18 seconds left. It was a really, really close set. And I know when Leo had the interview, he was like, yeah, I was most scared of Sonix of my bracket in particular because Sonic is an uncomfortable character for Byleth and Joker. So then the winners semifinals was versus Akola, and I was excited to have this be one of the most epic sets in the world, and while game 1 was fucking sick, it wasn't that close of a set. And again, in my opinion, especially after this tournament and just the consistency that Akola has showed, Akola is the number 2 player in the world. In my opinion, at the moment. We'll see if Spargo can get back to number 2, but right now I think Akola is the second best player in the world. And Leo made it look like such a significant gap that it wasn't funny. It was actually ridiculous. Gets the air dodge read there. And the way that Leo played anti-Steve was very, very, like, it was textbook, right? And that, right there, I talked about it earlier when min-maxing reward, but this is a beautiful situation to do it in because, again, Leo got a hit at 6. And then this is just guaranteed. Hit the wall, Akola missed the tech, and then you know that you're gonna minecart high. Most times people won't minecart at floor level because it's easier to like short hop over it and hit you for it. So you don't wanna do that, but Leo says, oh, I know you're not gonna do that. You're gonna be above me, which is exactly where I want you. Up B, back air, dead at fucking 80, 15 seconds in, and Leo got a stock on the second best player in the world. And again, immediately Akola's like, okay, I guess I'll low minecart. Sorry. But again, bringing it back pretty consistent, like pretty well, considering how early he died. But yeah, like it's just so hard to challenge Leo in the air, and that's exactly what Akola does versus like everyone, is he challenges in the air with like minecart PBR bears. And Leo just said no, and Leo always kept this like perfect spacing to just not get burst by anything. Like he was legitimately, no shade to Iza here, he legitimately played like perfectly of what Iza said in this video of like stay conscious of every single option that Steve has and perfectly wall him out. And Leo was like, I can do that because Leo's the only motherfucker in the world that can do that because he's the GOAT. Like no one else can do this. It's impossible to do this. No double jump. He's scared of another up B, so Akola has to air dodge here. Like it's not worth it to not air dodge here just because of the threat of up B and just like up air and stuff. And again, reacting to minecart with jump and then staying out of his range. Also, I think Akola was nervous here, which is why he starts popping off in losers, because I legitimately don't think he was going to, like, I don't think he thought he was going to do particularly well once he lost to Leo, as bad as he did. And again, Leo knowing the setup, right? This is a setup that Akola goes for specifically where he minecarts into the wall. Then this still has a hitbox that can command grab, and he goes for this PBR bear, but Leo stays below it so that Akola literally can't swing here. And then just doesn't try to challenge and stays under the platform where he knows that downer can't hit him. Like crazy. Assumes he's not going to swing immediately because Leo's been scaring him. Down tilt up air. Sorry, down tilt up B. Oh my god! The follow-ups are ridiculous. Because again, you cannot tech this up B, right? And then of course you're going to be scared there. I mean, Akola only lived by like 2 or 3 frames, but then gets hit anyway because Leo's follow-ups were perfect. Reads the roll, but just slightly too far distance because Steve's roll from ledge is really far. And again, he's so, like, Leo's been swinging a lot, so Akola's scared here. Granted, it's not like a perfect bear or anything, but like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Akola shields when he could have either like jabbed or like spot dodged or something, but he's scared because Leo's been naring at a shield a ton and just like generally swinging, and Steve's air mobility not high enough, so when you're close enough and you don't have any materials, you have to air dodge, and that's about it. And Leo was like, you're not gonna air dodge here, and he didn't. Again, reacting to the minecart perfectly. And again, not challenging. He says, you'll waste the iron. Because one thing Akola does is he uses a lot of iron. He uses more iron quicker than any other Steve, I feel like, of like the top Steves. Because, I mean, it's a good risk reward, right? Which is why, like, it looks really simple when he beats most of his opponents, just not Leo because it's Leo. And Leo literally, I don't think, has got hit by a single minecart or downer. I think he got hit by 1 downer from ledge, which like barely counts. But like, he just didn't get hit by anything. He played this matchup to not get hit. And but like still close enough where Akola wasn't comfortable to mine, which was very interesting. Because he only has 1 iron, and Leo's been punishing him a ton, so he doesn't really want to go for it immediately. He tries to hold it, but then now again, he has like no resources. And that's a perfect whiff punish with down tilt up air. Akola could have hit him. He could have ran more forward, but who's trying to, like, Leo undershoots a lot with Byleth there, so you're expecting if Leo's going to undershoot that you can hit him. But then he didn't undershoot, he stood still. And standing still sometimes is really, really good when you've been overshooting and undershooting a lot, because then you're just gonna be completely in the different spot than your opponent expects. So you're gonna kill. And that was game 2, but that set put Leo into winners finals, where he fought against Kurama. Kurama, the only person to take a single game off of Leo. The only person with that backdash read. Should have slingshot, XD. But we're actually going to watch game 3. I've been watching like the dominant games from Leo, but I want to talk about how clutch Leo is, because this game 3, it was ridiculous how close this game was, and Leo is a master of bringing it back. Because through this, like through all of the games that Leo has won, he barely needed to make any comebacks because he was actually just shitting on people. And Kurama made him fight. Because we saw how good the whiff punishes that Leo's been doing are. We've seen how like his pressure has been absolutely fantastic, and how he can keep people out really well, including people like Akola, and basically everyone he played with Byleth, right? Prodigy made him sweat. Prodigy made him sweat. I don't know why Leo DI'd away here. Pretty sure he DI'd away. So he just like barely clipped through the stage. So I think that was DI in. So I thought he DI'd out, but I guess it looked more like DI in, which, hold on. It looks pretty similar. Yeah, I think Leo was DIing in. It just like clips him barely off the stage. Because Prodigy, as well as Leo, is great at min-maxing reward. And again, I will have a video on Kurama pretty soon. He's the main other person I want to make a video on. Because some of his turnarounds and his combos were so genius to like get people back to the platform. It was ridiculous. And again, beautiful down tilt. I think, I guess he was hoping for the cross up, but whatever. And again, barely misses this. Not really his fault. And he dies for it, right? Like, the pullback, literally like frames before, like look how far Byleth like slinks down. It's really hard to grab that. Unfortunate. And then dies for it at 92. Sorry, 107. 92 was Byleth's percent. My bad. And again, good DI, bad DI, you're dying there. It doesn't matter. I love how Kurama is also using up B out of shield. It's just easy, frame 3. I mean, Byleth's Nair is -9 or 10. So you can get a harder punish if you want. Like if you can, but it's hard, obviously, because if you do, it's risky, right? Like up smash, because I'm pretty sure frame 9. Yeah, he has to be like frame perfect, actually, so probably not worth it. But again, has a huge lead. And because specifically of the way down tilt interacts with a lot of Mario's ground moves, it's scary to approach here. I think you need to like fireball here. It's just obviously slow and risky. But Leo knows that like the only thing he can hit by here is a falling back air, which again, if Kurama jumps and falls with it, he can just kind of swing a different aerial or like jump once. Like if Kurama's wrong, he will get swatted out by an aerial. Has to double jump there, still no double jump. Anticipates that he's not going to air dodge. Finally, there's the air dodge there by Kurama, but he's already taking so much percent. And like, look at the lead that Kurama had, and it's still a lead, but it's not really a lead until that beautiful fireball snipes on the double jump and the up B, very reminiscent to me T-jolting that type of stuff. So I saw that and I was just like, yes, give it to me. Because I really thought Kurama was honestly going to win this set. With the way he was playing, beautiful parry, gets a punish, no double jump on Leo, but ends up going backwards. And again, I thought this was going to die. I cannot believe this did not kill. I legitimately think if this up B connected correctly, that Leo was dead. Because what a fucking combo by Kurama. Down air, up air, fall, hits the air dodge, bam. The reverse to turn the combo back around to make it so that he could land on platform is fucking ridiculous. I watched Kurama a decent amount. And either I missed the sets that he started doing this, or I've just never seen it, because this was ridiculous. He was the only person that made Leo sweat, because Mario's advantage is crazy and Kurama's advantage is by far the best of all the Marios. Like, I legitimately think if this up B connected correctly, Leo died. I don't know if Leo was SDIing, that's what I'm trying to check now. No, his just body was weird. I'm pretty sure that if this connected correctly, Leo was dead. Because he like barely gets any of the hits. It only does 1%. It's supposed to do like 10. Because he didn't hit with the initial hit, he only hit with some of the middle hits, but I'm pretty sure if that connected properly, Kurama won that game. So already, Leo luck. Again, slingshots to just make sure he keeps the space. And again, the thing is, when Leo's slingshotting like this, he's constantly backing up. Then he rolls through and it fucks everyone up, because you're expecting him to play the passive mid-range, and then suddenly he rolls through you almost aggressively, and you just go, oh god, what? And then you freak out, and then you just are unsure what Leo wants to do the rest of the time. Misses the neutral cut up there. And again, this is where MKLeo mode comes in. Spot dodge is the grab, which, a little slow on Kurama's reaction. I think he thought that Leo was going to attack in. But again, 90 to 0, Kurama has been winning this tournament. Trades with the Nair. Fireball to get in. Gets in. Fireball hoping to hit the tether. Doesn't get it. F-tilt. Beautiful. Tries to read a full hop. I think he meant to back air and just messed up. Again, rising back air because he's trying to contest the airspace. Doesn't get punished there because Leo messes up. Up B out of shield. 135. This is death to a lot of things. Barely misses the up smash. Can we talk about how close this is? Like, pretty close. Reads the roll. Again, I think that was supposed to be a back air because back air is faster, like obviously by a lot. But he also doesn't do it instantly, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was not supposed to be a forward air. And again, he tries to go for a landing back air here because all of his rising back airs are missing. But then that's when Leo, of course, does the short hop nair for like the first time ever. Not actually, but like he hasn't been doing a lot of the short hop nairs because Mario's air moves are faster and sometimes better and the trades are bad. And again, the up smash whiffs. Suddenly Leo's coming back. There's like a ledge interaction on both sides, the right and the left, that are absolutely insane. I really think Kurama should have gone off stage there. Like, I think that just pressuring Leo off stage is really, really necessary, but also I understand that a lot of people are scared because of the up B. And again, this is where the craziness starts. The corner slingshot was insane. Because again, Leo is like here. Like, his foot is like on this blue. Guess where Kurama's foot hits? The blue. But the slingshot got around it. And because of the slingshot, he is able to realize the position and double jump forward and then land back because he realizes that he will not be in a good enough position to land behind or like take the stage from Mario because Mario's air mobility is ridiculous. And he's right because Kurama drifts all the way back to the left. If Leo had held in here, he's getting F tilted, he's getting grabbed, he's getting up smashed. Something is coming. But again, he stays in the corner. So again, that was the first interaction. Another slingshot. Because again, look where Leo is. His head is like here. The slingshot, the dash back into the jump, the slingshot. Oh no, he just dashed and turned around. He did not actually slingshot. But again, look how close this is. Ridiculous. Air dodges again. Like that was almost the same interaction twice, right? We had this, then we had it again. And then Prodigy's flailing with down air, which honestly like is correct. I'm not saying flailing in a bad way, but you're just spamming kill moves because why not? And then Leo gets back in the corner. So again, we have the situation again. Look how close this is. And this is what I was talking about the down tilt being really good. You have to do landing aerials, but Kurama does do a landing aerial, but look how close this is. Only being directly in the corner is going to save you from this back air, and it works. And then the rising back air whiffs because of down tilt. And again, technically here, he could have done fast fall F tilt. Because for sure he has more time, but he's expecting it to hit. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh no, that was a short hop. And again, because of how many times Leo has barely avoided things, he's like, okay, I'm going to do the lowest possible back air I can. And as a reminder, Mario's back air is, I think, frame 5. Frame 6. So frame 6. So we're going to count it, chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't hit, lands right after. Look how close this is. Whiffs, Leo hits the down tilt, and the game is over. And that is the set. That's the set. I think game 4 was a lot less close. Leo's comeback and positioning in the corners was perfect. Leo's play was perfect with one blemish, being the game 1 he lost to Prodigy. And he's the best player in the world, and it doesn't fucking matter if he loses 5 or 6 tournaments, he is the best player in the world, and he will be for a very long time. I don't know how you can have the most contentious field ever for number 1, for number 2. The top echelon of this game is the most in flux that it has ever been. You have so many players beating all the other top players because you have, of course, Dabuz, who does really good. And then you, of course, have Light and Gluto. But, like, Gluto got 9th, Light got 13th at this tournament. They both lost to a decent amount of people. And, you know, Akola got 2nd, but he got washed by Leo. And then Akola has been losing sometimes to players in America. And then you have Cola, who will randomly, you know, just destroy everyone in his path. And then you have Riddles, who's been doing really well. And it doesn't matter. Leo dropped a game. One single game. He's the best. And if you think otherwise, don't even comment. I don't want you to comment because you're wrong and stupid. But yeah, let me know what other people you want me to talk about at Ludwig's. I'm going to be talking at least about Akola and Kurama, but I wanted to just get this video out because fuck, Leo's so good. He's so good. He's ridiculous. He's the best. And again, I said that even in the summit video, and if you doubted him, you're an idiot.
Pikachu, busted.